Hey guys, welcome to our live stream. Mark and John.
What's up, everybody?
From Whole Latte Love. John, we're going to take a look at a variety of grinders. So we're going to go from time-based to a weight-based grinder, which I love the weight-based grinding.
I know.
We got a couple single dosers here too. I mean, when you pull in, you know, when I've got to do like some testing, and I'm pulling like 10 shots back to back within a couple minutes, weight-based is my savior.
Absolutely. You know, and I'm a fan of single dosers myself. You
Yeah.
know, so between the two of us, I think we can talk about a whole lot going on with these grinders. And you know, I talked to Brian, our lead technician, recently. He said, in 2026, one of the best decisions you can make is upgrade your grinder. Make sure that you're working with good coffee grounds. You're never going to upgrade your espresso game unless you got a great grinder. So
it all starts with a grind.
Exactly.
It really, really does. And we've got one of my favorites up here we'll talk a lot about it for like a decade, and there's a fantastic deal on that now.
Yeah.
But we just want to get out of the way a couple things. So get to the website. You know, we got a lot of great specials going on right now if you're watching us live and through Black Friday, Cyber Monday, right?
Oh yeah, tons and tons. You know, right now Black Friday sales are already going on. Keep your eye on everything over the weekend as well. We're going to release even more. A lot of free gifts with purchase.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're buying certain grinders, certainly espresso machines, a lot of free gifts that you can check out right now. So.
And I want to mention, you know, like our barista assists and our coffee casts, and so you can get, so like there's a link down in the description here if you wanted to get a one-on-one free live video product demo where you can ask questions of a coffee pro about any of the products that we have, really, the machines and grinders. You can do that. It's a free 20-minute call.
Oh, it's fantastic. We'll set up any equipment you want and just ask questions about us. You can get a demo. They're a lot of fun as well.
Yeah. And then once you have a machine, we got the Barista Assist if you need a little help with something with your product after you got it, so you can do that.
Help dialing in, things like that, running through features. You know, and that's our way of supporting you after the sale as well. And don't forget, all of these products that we're going to be talking about today, they all have a Whole Latte Love parts and labor warranty as well.
Yeah, and everything we'll look at here today, I think it's above $75. Anything on the site is free shipping.
Yep.
Right, so a lot of good reasons there. But John, let's get into it and let's talk about, and we will be monitoring your questions here.
Yes.
There's James, hi. Hi,
Hey,
James. Good morning to you. Well, it's afternoon.
You know, whatever time of day.
So we've got quite the range here, right?
Yeah, pretty huge range from entry level to luxury as well. So, and many different types of grinders as well. You know, not just time-based grinders, your favorite weight-based and single dose, but there are some all-purpose grinders here. So not just espresso focused, but you'll be able to do either drip, pour over, things like that, as well as espresso with a couple of these grinders, and we'll get there. We're gonna have some fun.
Okay, so let's go down the line. So
yeah.
Let's just cover what we're gonna cover, and then we'll get into the particulars, right? So we got the LX Newton 55.
That's right.
And we're throwing out numbers, we're talking about burr size generally, right?
In general, yeah. And we're going to get there with that Eureka over there as well.
Yeah.
The Newton 55, fantastic. It's kind of, it's one of the luxury brands. They're called LX, another Italian brand. Awesome touchscreen on here. We're going to dive into a little bit more. This is one of your favorites here, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's been around for a long time, but you're going to see this on the bar in coffee shops all over the place.
Chiato E37S, yeah.
Really powerful motor. This is a time-based grinder, but I've done a lot of testing with this over the years, and you can always expect my range when I'm doing time-based. I want to see like within 0.2, 0.3 grams consistency, and this does it. That's my cutoff. If I can get that, I'm happy, right?
Yeah, and I'm the same way.
And this one will do that. It also grinds fast, and and we'll see it. The lovely, fluffy, well-distributed grinds that come out of here.
Yeah.
No problem with those, harder specialty coffees. And we moved up a lot in burr size here.
Oh yeah, quite a bit. I mean, we started at 55 millimeters right here.
Yeah.
And what is this? 83 millimeters in burr size right here. So big gap as far as burr size. That's going to affect things like motor function, RPM, and also what kinds of coffees you can do. Like I would be comfortable with some lighter roasted coffees in that E37S.
Yeah, really powerful motor. This thing is just built. It's gonna run forever. Honestly, really. Don't
Yeah.
throw rocks in there, it won't grind rocks. So be careful of that, but pretty much anything else. And it does have the very, very precise adjustment. Seattle's got a lot of things in their grinders that make them good for home and commercial use where the heat expansion isn't an issue in heavy use with these because of the way the motor is set up inside.
Right.
But my longtime reference grinder, now they've come out with a Rev series, which costs a lot more, which I'll probably start using at some point.
Yeah.
But I will always have a great place in my heart for this grinder.
Same here.
We'll talk about the stone here, the Stone Light.
We do have an espresso. I mean, we can't do just grinding coffee. We need to actually make coffee as well. We've got an espresso machine set up here. Yeah, one of the most compact espresso machines. We'll get there.
Heat exchanger. So we've got the Libra 65 AP here. This is from Eureka. It is a weight-based grinder, which I love the weight-based grinder when I'm doing testing because I can just I can get shot after shot and I'm going to be within my happy range and just not even think about it. Just set the portafilter in and it does the rest.
Without having to weigh your portafilter after grinding and everything. Yeah, easy peasy.
Next up, we have the Chiato E6C Chameleon.
Yeah,
we like this guy. I mean, this is Opal Glide burrs inside.
Right.
We'll take a little deeper look at that. That is a 64 millimeter burr, and this is a single doser. So this is our first single dosing grinder.
Yeah. This is the beginning of us getting into single dosing in this stream here today. And not to mention, this is also an all-purpose grinder. So that's where that's going to start from here on over.
I know if you take a look, because I did a big review on this, so do check that out. We went through, did a lot of testing on this. And one fun thing we did is we marked up the grind size adjustment here with some colors for our grind ranging, which you can do. Again, Chameleon, hey, it changes colors, right? But really nice. This is there's other similar single dosings, but the thing about Chiato really for me is the quality of the build. And sometimes you don't really see this until you have a grinder and compare it to another one right in front of you. The hardware that's used, the motors that are used. I remember in the review video I did of this, the spin time. So like when you shut the grinder off with nothing in it, just how long does that motor keep spinning, which really speaks to the quality of the motor, the bearings, and all that kind of stuff. And there's some very similar looking grinders that aren't anywhere near the quality of this one.
And you know that this is another one of my favorites as well, right? Yeah, so there you go.
And this is a real multi-purpose. And then tell us about the VS6 over here, the Varia VS6.
All right, this is probably one of the most feature-loaded grinders that we're going to have in here today.
Yeah.
The Varia VS6 is yet another single-dose grinder, right? And not just that, it's an all-purpose grinder as well, so you can grind drip, French press, anything like that, all the way down to espresso as well. Now, not just that, variable RPM. We're going to show you that in a little bit, from 500 RPM all the way up to 1600 RPM. And we'll get into why that matters. And that's kind of the tip of the iceberg because right in front of us, we'll do a close-up in a little bit. Very easy to change out different burr types in the VS6. So, if you're someone that really likes to experiment, you can experiment with swap out the burrs, see what that does to your flavor. You can do flat or conical, mess with the RPM. So, for someone like me that just can't stop experimenting and, is just constantly on the search for what matters and why, the VS6 is one of those grinders.
I mean, this is really unique in that you can go from a conical to a flat burr. You can go from, a stock burr to, we have diamond-like carbon flat burrs here. Which are going to do all different kinds of things for your coffee depending on what you're drinking. We've got a great tool to help you select the burr that might be best for your brew methods or your tastes.
Absolutely.
At the website, right?
Yep. Right on wholelattelove.com.
All right. So should we get into it and grind some coffee?
Let's just drink some coffee.
All right.
I've been saving my caffeine intake for this today. So what do you think? You want to start with the LX Newton 55 here?
Let's roll on down. So a very luxurious look to this grinder, right?
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like an iPhone or Apple product, that type of thing. Beautiful touchscreen. You can have 2 different time doses on here right now. I've got this set for about 7.4 seconds. Right over here, my other dose is set for 10 seconds. The grounds are coming out nice and fluffy, actually, so I'm really impressed. does have continuous grinding. All you need to do is press both buttons at the same time, hold those, and it will just grind for as long as you're holding it. So you do have a little bit of versatility here.
And again, the burrs in here were 55 millimeters, which is a pretty common burr size at that, the kind of the mid to high range of home grinding.
Yeah.
And all the grinders we're looking at, these are what I call machine grade grinders,
Oh, every single one of these.
Yeah, these are built to take it, because there's plenty of, cheaper entry level grinders that, are going to be right depending on where you are in your espresso or coffee journey, but they're not going to have the longevity or, frankly, the quality of the grind quality that you're going to get with these. So, grind size adjustment on that. That's like right up top.
Yep, that's going to be right here. As usual with most of these grinders, not all, most, it's going to be clockwise is to make it finer, and counterclockwise is to make it coarser. This is one of those continuous knobs. So, don't worry so much about hitting 0 or anything like that on your grind adjustment numbers. You can just keep spinning. If you need it to go finer, no problem. There's not really a limit to how fine you can go here.
Yeah, you can go, in fact, we talk about calibrating a grinder, right, which is just no beans or anything in it, and you just run the motor so you just hear the burrs touch, and it makes people a little nervous when you do that. You want to back off quick, but the actual cutting surfaces of a burr is underneath like the rim of the burr, which protects those cutting surfaces. So you can't really hurt it.
Yeah, it is okay to touch the outsides of them. You don't want to keep going and get them even closer. But you'll have no problem zeroing this thing out. You want to see how it grinds? Want to just play, perform, see what you get?
I mean, here, I'll hand you the portafilter, wipe it out for you.
Oh, what a gent.
And I do kind of like the slab-like look of this, and of course the
right.
The portafilter holder there is adjustable. And this is really going to be more of an espresso grinder.
Yeah, I would call this much more of an espresso grinder.
I mean, it's set up. You could leave the portafilter hanging there as it's doing its thing. John, you're being nice and holding it there.
Yeah, and I'm a little bit messy today, but we're gonna roll with it,
But maybe if we get the overhead shot up here and so it did do a really nice. The grind is really nice and fluffy, pretty well distributed in there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, in fact,
you're going to use some tools though, right?
Yeah,
you like the tools.
I love the tools, and we have a ton of them with us today. This is the Vitamin 58 millimeter dosing funnel, and maybe I could have benefited with putting that on there in the first place. That's okay, I'm a messy guy. This is another Vitamin tool right here. This is a WDT tool. I believe the wood we have here this is actually the tiger maple wood. So they make fantastic tools.
All kinds of different woods available in those.
Oh yeah, and I mean you can even outfit grinders and espresso machines with a lot of the wood as well.
Yeah.
Once we get over to that E37S, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Some cool tools from Bravo as well. These are some of your favorites too,
Yeah,
right?
I use these all the time in my testing because I want to be super consistent and get the same distribution and tamp. So we'll WDT, then we'll use the leveler and then the push tamper.
Right.
Which keeps you perfectly level. And there's all kinds of tamping tools. These tend to be at the higher end of the range.
Yes, and for good reason. I mean, they work fabulous. That's my favorite distribution tool that we have outside of just a simple WDT. So
yeah, I got to do a little demo because what this does is it just kind of this way. A lot of these levelers you kind of preset a distance. This one just kind of, if we can see it, just kind of
slowly comes down.
Slowly comes down.
Yeah. Hit us with another one there.
One more time.
One more. Here we go. Slowly comes down into the coffee bed.
So this one doesn't really compact the coffee. There are, I know, for a long time I've used a thing called the jack leveler.
Yeah, the ASO jack leveler,
yes, right? Which you can set a depth on, and you don't even have to use a tamper after using that.
Right, yeah. So, no, that will actually go deep enough where it kind of is your tamp. Let's make some coffee.
All right.
Also have, of course, the Varia Accu Mini scale. This is the tiniest scale in our lineup, and I
really like these.
Yeah, I do too. It's got a timer right on there. It's even I'm not gonna use it right now, but it can measure your actual espresso ratio in real time. So I got a timer
the dose
going.
we were using.
Yeah.
Do you know?
That
How much
one,
coffee? 17?
that one I don't know. I am
Okay.
eyeballing. We're gonna measure everything else from here on out.
Yeah.
We're at about when I tested it earlier, we were at about 17.
Okay.
17 grams. So we're at about 34, 35 grams out in about 24 or so seconds. Do you want to split this one with me, or you want me to do the honors here?
You know what? I just had one earlier. Which coffee is this? Is this the White Wave?
This is Crema Wave.
Crema Wave, okay.
Crema Wave, yeah. All right, this one's on me. Here we go. And let's see what we... by the way, you know what? This Stone Light espresso machine, this is the first that we're actually using it on this stream today. This is what we were talking about earlier. This is our most compact heat exchanger.
Yes.
Coming in at $12.49 at the moment right now, by the way. So also one of the most affordable heat exchangers that we have in the entire lineup.
Yeah, if you want something small, this is, about as small as a heat exchanger gets, right? I mean,
Absolutely, yeah. So if you're looking for something where you need to brew and steam at the same time, you can do it at a pretty good price with the Stone Light right here, made by Rocket as well, so you got a pretty good reputation.
yeah, they're kind of a branch off a Rocket, yep.
Yep, exactly. So what do we got here? This is both you and me, both of our, maybe legendary favorite in many ways grinders.
Well, first, I just got to say the price on this right now is absolutely incredible.
It's bonkers.
This is again a grinder. It's 83 millimeter, I think 500 watt motor in there. Lots and lots of power. And because I just love grinding with this thing.
Yeah,
I'm gonna grind this thing.
Yeah, and you gotta see the actual grinds on this thing as well. This grinder's been around for a long time, but for good reason. It's still so high in the lineup for good reason. It's been working so fabulous. I've got a scale for you right here. This is the Barista X Series scale, Mark.
Okay.
Yeah. Here you are, sir. Now you can do up to three actually timed doses on the E37S, right?
Well, you're gonna make me.
I'm gonna make you fight with it. How's that sound?
I'm gonna need an assist on this one.
I got you.
Okay.
Let's do this. Guess what we have?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Pop it right there.
Yeah, I guess that's okay. I have not used the scale before. Can you tell?
I'll walk you through it.
Okay. And did you have this? Did you have it timed in?
No, I didn't have this one timed in.
Okay.
But we had it earlier though.
It's going to go a little heavier.
Okay.
Just haven't used it so much. But look at how quickly that grinds, and look at how that distributed into the port filter. I don't know if how well we're seeing that, but I got to tell you that is.
I mean, it looks fantastic here.
But not a clump anywhere to be found in this grinder.
Oh yeah.
I overfilled a lot. I know I'm way too full.
Well, you may not even need any kind of a WDT or anything like that with this grinder, since everything is already so fluffy.
And we're right about 17 in that.
I'm happy with that.
Let me get this rolling. I'm going to use the tools out here again. My favorites that I always use. I spin 3 this way, and then it's counterintuitive to me. It took me a while to get the backward spin to finish it.
Oh yeah.
But you can see how nicely that leveled it out, and then this tamper is just wonderful.
That's the only distribution tool in our lineup where you have to go first clockwise and then counterclockwise. It's not just one.
And do you do the barista blow? Have we talked about this?
I sometimes do it. Yeah.
That's me.
I love that. Yeah.
I don't want grounds in my coffee. I don't want coffee in my coffee.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah. He doesn't want coffee in his coffee. I think I heard that the right way.
I'm gonna use the Accu here again. I just really like that. So
same here. Yeah. All right. So what are you doing? Reset your timer?
I think so. There we go. Okay. Okay.
There we go. And we're going to get to another
startup. Okay.
We're going to get to another Varia product at the end here as well.
Now you dialed this one in first, right? Okay.
Right.
Let's see how we did. So it's right under 17. So we'll see what we do. Oh, and I didn't start my timer. I'm terrible.
You know what? My internal timer is doing pretty good.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I was a barista for 15 years. After a while, you just kind of.
So I'm going to stop this right about 35-ish.
Yeah.
Here's 17 over here. Oh no, I want to stop it like right now.
Perf. Looks good to me.
34.6.
Boom.
All right, so
Well,
I get to taste this one.
Yeah, here we go. I haven't even
I'm
taken
going
a
to do
sip
the
of mine
finger
yet.
stirs. Excuse me.
I did that earlier too. Man, by the way, the Crema Wave, our espresso blend, Crema Wave, they've been working very, very hard on it. Tastes fabulous right now.
It does.
Tons and tons of chocolate and caramel.
A very, very approachable coffee, not an expensive coffee, 100% specialty grade, and lives up to the name. If you like the crema,
Oh yeah,
it does make the crema.
absolutely. Yeah, yours was loaded with crema right there.
Yeah.
All
Let me
right.
get this out. I'm going to do a little quick cleanup here.
Sure. You know, and then right after this, we're gonna get to another one of Mark's favorites. And I mean, let's be real, I love it too. The Eureka Mignon Libra 65 AP is this beautiful red thing right here. It comes in many different colors, by the way. So, you know, you don't need to be stuck with red on your counter if that's not gonna work for you. Classic colors as well, white, black, or silver, not gray.
Is this, it doesn't come in all of it, because Eureka has like 16
Not
colors.
this
Not
one.
this one?
This one comes
We
in.
get a pretty good variety.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
one comes in 5, but you know what? The Eureka Mignon Silenzio 55 comes in 29
29 colors.
different colors. It's insane.
How can you miss? All right, I'll let you do the Libra.
Sure. Sounds good to
Take
me.
turns here.
Well, you know what? This is interesting. This is the Libra 65 AP, meaning all-purpose, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to come with some accessories here. Check this out, and I think I'm just going to come up to the front and show you guys. Actually, that's great right
you
there.
got it.
Yeah, either one's
Yeah.
fine with me. Look, you're going to get, if you want to do filter coffee, it's going to come with this grounds bin right here. Fits really great right here.
Yep.
Oop, thank you, sir. And what you're going to do is put this collar right on top, and that's going to help make sure the grounds aren't going all over the place. Now, that's what I would recommend if you're going to do just drip or filter coffee. If you're going to do espresso, you're going to want to go, for the most part, you do want to go straight into the portafilter, or you can always use this as kind of a dosing cup for it. But
that will kind of work as a dosing cup, right?
oh, absolutely. Check it out.
Yeah.
Boom. There we
sure.
go.
Okay.
So, you know, you can really kind of choose
that.
your own adventure. I'm going to just grind straight into the portafilter. It does come with it. This is actually a really nice dosing funnel. I do recommend using the dosing funnel. It can get a little messy. You know how coffee grinders can be, and I'm really glad that they included that. So all you do is just hit.
So it tears it out automatically.
That's it.
And you just sit back and watch. That's why I like this when I'm doing testing and I have to do a lot of shots real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, so that way you're not just checking every single.
Right. I'm not weighing everything. You know, I'm going to have some trust that I'm getting the dose I want because it is a weight-based grinder.
Right. You know, and I mean, I always recommend this for, you know, maybe if you're just starting out and like, I just can't be weighing everything all the time. I really just need to get out the door. Maybe a weight-based grinder is going to be really good for you because you can just put the portafilter right in. It's going to get the right weight every single time. And you can just kind of be on your way, tamp, and pull your shot.
I see, we do see your questions here, so ask away. So we got James Peterson down there. What would be the best match for the ECM Synchronica 2?
So many.
Part of it is going to depend on how you like to do it, right? I mean, if you want it, I mean, I like the weight-based. If you want it kind of easy and you don't want to have to weigh things, I do, but I mean, I'd probably go with the E37S because that's just my thing. It's got, like I said, it's got a place in my heart.
Same.
Biggest burrs
Yep.
of the bunch here, which I like a big burr.
Super fluffy grounds because of those big
And I love
burrs.
the way it distributes. So yeah.
Yeah, you know, and I mean, the Synchronica, you're kind of getting commercial quality parts. I mean, that's one of the things that the Synchronica is known for. It's known for being so robust, almost commercial quality build. So why not pair it with, you know, I like to say the E37S is kind of like right on the line of commercial and home consumer.
I'm not going to let you forget the timer.
Oh, thank you. Here we go. Timer, set, go. All right, let's see if I'm dialed in. I had to dial in like 5 grinders. It was a fun one getting going today. All right, we're at about 12 seconds.
You know what I noticed too about Stone? It's very quiet.
It's actually really quiet,
It is
isn't
a quiet machine, yeah.
Yeah. You tried the steam power on that machine yet?
I call it the milk machine because we can brew and steam at the same time.
Absolutely.
And it's got a 2-hole tip, so it does a really nice job steaming.
Right. All right, I'm a little heavy. That was about 32 seconds, 34 grams out. Usually with this coffee I like to do, and this is the crema wave as well.
Yeah.
Just in case you do have the crema wave at home, I kind of like it around like the 25-second area. So 32 is going to be just a little bit long, but it's still probably going to taste fabulous. Let's check it out. Oh, it actually tastes kind of like ice cream.
There you go.
Yeah. Now the.
Oh yeah, that's not bad at all, John.
Yeah, this one that I pulled
And
a little bit.
This was pretty fresh, right?
Actually, no, it's only about a week old.
Only about a week.
Yeah.
And
so right in the window.
I mean, I usually like coffee rested about 2 weeks.
There you go.
Unless I've got some special brewing techniques that I'm going to do to get rid of some of that too much freshness that you can actually have.
Right. Yeah, the way too much crema. The flavor's not falling out quite yet. Yeah, you know what? This one was just a little bit higher in acidity because it came out a little bit quicker. That one is a little bit deeper in body because the shot was a little bit longer. So, but anyway.
Oh yeah, that's got some nice body too.
It does, yeah. Let's see who's got.
like that.
Best move. What's a good decaffeinated coffee for my espresso machine? I know we've got a killer decaf coming to the website at some point, and that's the only teaser I'll give you. But do you have a favorite decaf?
I hate to say I don't drink decaffeinated coffee.
Mark.
But I will. I mean, we have experimented. I mean, I remember experimenting with a machine and getting, because to me, really, there's something missing, and it's with a decaf, because of the processing. I don't really know what happens with that. I mean, there was one time that I had a decaf that I swear was not, and we were using some very specialized extractions with it to really get a flavor. This goes back a few years, but
sure, yeah.
But I don't do a lot of. I don't. You?
Only a little. I've started to drink more coffee at night, so that's when I've been beefing that up. But I'll tell you what, just all I'm going to say for now is just keep your eyes peeled, because decaf. I like to say that decaf drinkers are the biggest coffee fans of all, because you're doing it for the flavor and the love of coffee, and not just for the caffeine. So
sure.
There you go.
Sure.
How about single dosers?
Single dosers. So I spent a lot of time with this guy, the Chiato E6C Chameleon.
Yeah.
It is a single dosing grinder, 64 millimeter. This has the Opal Glide burrs in it.
Yes. That's right.
And I have, now this is, I'm going to hold up, I don't know if you can really see the coating on that all that great.
It's shiny.
But it does shine. We'll wait for a little. So this is an 83 millimeter version of the Opal Glide.
Oh yeah.
So this is the size that you would see in the Synchronica. Maybe if I do something like that, guys.
There you go.
Trick out that focus. But it's got a coating on it that the coffee really just slides right off of this. It makes it much more slippery, and
it promotes high clarity.
Yes,
certainly. And the other thing about those burrs is you can really RDT, or Ross droplet technique, the little spritz of water.
Yeah.
You can kind of do that to your heart's delight. That's what that coating is really for. Plus, the shape of the burrs really promote clarity. In fact, whenever I'm grinding with that E6C Chiato Chameleon grinder, I'm always getting beautiful acidity, and just which promotes what we like to call clarity as well. So
really
not too much of a muddy flavor. That's going to be the kind of flavor that you can expect with the Chiato Chameleon E6C or E6C Chameleon.
And Chiato does do a lot of taste tests. They really say they design for flavor now with their grinders.
That's right. Yeah.
So they're really getting into the burr geometries and that kind of thing.
Absolutely.
To really highlight certain flavors like that. So let's talk more about this. So, like I said, it's the Chiato build quality that really gets me, because there are a couple other similar grinders that I've seen. I'm sure people are familiar with. And like what really struck me is when I put this up against some of those similar ones, and I just ran the motor and stopped the motor.
Yeah.
How long the spin down time on this was just so long, which really speaks a lot to the quality of the materials used. One thing we didn't mention. So all the grinders we have, so this everything up to here, you can get into the grinder without losing your grind size whatsoever. If you're going to clean it out, and you should do that every once in a while.
Absolutely.
That's been a thing. That's like one of the things that really keyed me off first, like a decade ago on the E37S when I was working. And I hate to pick on, on a grinder.
Go for it.
But it was the old, some of the old Mazers that had like the springs underneath the top burr, and you lost your grind size.
Because the only way to get inside is to completely coarsen up your grind setting.
Yes, and you had to be, and the burrs were kind of exposed, so they'd get totally gummed up with coffee gunk and oils, and they'd get really, really hard to adjust.
Right.
And you had to be incredibly precise about cleaning out every little thread when you put those things back together. Not to mention the number of times I sucked up those little springs with a vacuum cleaner when I was cleaning a grinder.
I've searched through many a shop vac to find a spring from those things. Yeah.
But like so on the E37S, three big hunky screws, the Chiato quality up top. You get the whole thing comes off. All the threads are perfectly sealed. On the LX, same thing. You can get in there. They adjust through the bottom. It's the bottom burr that goes up and down on the LX and the Eureka here. So you can get in there without losing your grind size or anything. No worries about that.
Of course, yeah.
So anyhow, back to the Chameleon. I digress. So a couple nice things. I mean, this is single dose grinding is you weigh your beans and you grind them. And
I mean, as far as an all-purpose grinder goes, keep in mind the Libra 65 AP right next to us. This is also a all-purpose grinder, but changing your grind setting, going from espresso to drip, a little bit more of a process when you've got a hopper-fed grinder.
Yeah.
Now with these, all you need to do really, I mean, there's no retention in here, so there's no big particles that are gonna jam up the grinder if you make a big adjustment or something like that. So you can really just go back and forth between, like a French press setting,
right,
and then back to an espresso setting with pretty good ease, actually.
And a little tip: if you're using a hopper-fed grinder, that grinder, if you're going to adjust to a finer size, should probably always be running when you're making that adjustment if there's beans in there.
Right.
We see a lot of people make the mistake of, I got to grind finer with a hopper-fed grinder. Well, there's beans in between these burrs here.
Yeah.
And you're just crushing them, and you can crush them to the point where the motor can't start anymore.
Right.
So you want to be careful about that.
Yeah, just imagine there's beans right in between here. You're just getting them closer and closer together, and that's just going to throw it out of calibration. You're going to seize up your grinder.
So did you dial this one in?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
What
dose were you using?
I was doing an 18-gram dose. And I was using that whole Latte Love Guatemala Way Tenango single origin.
I love that name. It's just so fun.
It's fun to say, right? Way Tenango.
So this is really nice. So I'll grind this up. All right.
Yeah, let's party.
So this does come with the, if I can tear my scale here somehow. There we go.
It comes with a bunch of accessories.
Oh, and I set it to ounces there. There we go. It does ounces and grams. So we got a couple things here. So we got the dosing cup.
2 of them that it comes with, actually.
And then we're gonna grind into this one.
Right.
So.
Right. Yeah, and that's kind of nice because you can do what we call hot starting. So you're dosing into 1 cup, right, and then you turn the grinder on.
Oh, it does smell fresh.
It smells nice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a nice coffee, by the way. You'll turn the grinder on, toss the beans in there. And then you've already got a 2nd cup ready to catch your grounds right underneath.
Yeah.
So, I really appreciate that they threw 2 dosing cups in there.
So if every bean is sacred to you, especially if you use expensive coffees, more expensive coffees, single dosing is the way to go.
Oh, 100%.
Right? Because like any hopper-fed grinder, if you want a perfectly fresh dose the next day, you've got to like purge some coffee out.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
There's always some grounds stuck in the grinding chamber that have been sitting there for from the day before or from the last time you made an espresso. Single dosing solves that problem.
So we're also going to do a little RDT here.
Yeah.
And this does come with a mister.
That's right.
So we're going to just give it a couple quick sprays. This helps reduce any static you might have. Also helps with it helps get the coffee out.
Yeah.
And there's other reasons too. There's been some studies that say that if you RDT beans, you end up with better flavor.
Oh.
I've run into a couple of those. It's really, I mean,
I'm starting to use it at home myself, so
Yeah.
you know, and I've gotten great results. So happy to hear it. You know.
So again, a very simple operation here.
Yeah.
Press, we're gonna, just let it run.
Quiet. Not to mention.
Dump our beans in. I'll try and get out of the way here.
Yeah. Let's look at these grounds.
And I'm waiting as we get near the end here. It's got the little.
Got your
Get
bellows.
every little thing out of there.
That's right. Yeah, and it's surprising just how much it can actually get out. It's wild.
Yeah.
So.
And that's really nice. And I mean, so there's all kinds of different techniques. I mean, there's no clumps in here, but you can shake it around if you want to.
Sure, I like to, you know.
But let's go ahead. You want to dose this guy?
Sure, yeah. Let's see what we
All
get
right.
here. I do have a nice dosing funnel, so it's going to be nice and easy. And
Oh, we were bad.
you know, I did that the other day, and I said, "Oh, what have I become?" Here we go. Let's rinse this guy out. By the way, this Stone Light actually has a PID right inside the groove
Yes.
head. Yeah, so you know, even for a heat exchanger, it's actually pretty darn accurate as far as.
Can I tell?
Oh, we're okay. I appreciate it. Yeah, as far as the temperature stability goes. So, all right, let me just give it a little, because that's
how's it smell?
that's
Smell
a
good?
nice, yeah, that's a nice coffee. You know.
Oh yeah.
Boom. Now we do sell this on wholelattelove.com. Always roasted fresh. We even sell it in a single origin sampler pack. You'll get that Guatemala Huehue Tenango, really nice Colombia
Tolima?
Yeah. And
And
in
there's
Ethiopia.
Limu, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great way to try some different coffees, and maybe find one that you really like.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And you know, I also think that sampler pack is a great gift for the holidays.
Oh, yeah.
You know, for that coffee lover in your life. There we go. And we'll just do a little bit of this. You know what I might need if you find another cup around, because I don't think I gave us enough. We're drinking more coffee than I thought.
We got some space for a larger one. Yes?
Totally.
We got, okay.
Absolutely.
We go through cups really fast.
Well, we drink a lot of coffee,
Yeah.
you know? All right. Let's see what we have here. And then after this, we'll get into the most variable grinder, hence the name Varia, after this one. Let's see how good my dial was, Mark.
Okay.
All right, let's reset you. All right, timer's reset. We're teared. Or tore?
Tear?
We're torn.
Torn?
Okay. Not too bad.
It's looking about right.
That's kind of what I want to see. We're at 15 seconds, about 13 grams. I think we're going to get, by the way, I kind of like short time when it comes to some of the lighter roasted single origins, you know, depending on the coffee. I like to just really accentuate the acidity and just kind of see what it's really full of. So you want to do the honors here?
Oh, okay, I'll give it a little
Let's
go.
see what I got. This was my previous crema wave.
Oh yeah. Now, of course, that is completely different, being a single origin.
I
it
bet.
does have that.
Mind if I dive in there after just
yeah.
having a mouthful of crema wave? Let's see what we got.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get.
It's gonna be night and day for me. I
It
think.
is gonna be night and day.
Oh, it's so crushable though.
Yeah, it
so
is.
juicy.
It is. It's very, 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 very juicy. Very nice.
Yeah. So.
I mean, a couple other things. I mean, so this one does have the dosing cup and funnel to grind into. Cleaning is very easy. The front here pops off to get in.
Forgot about that.
It does have some anti-static happening up in here.
Yes.
And I'm seeing that this is all really clean right now. Again, up top, it's just the 3 screws to get right in here. I'm not going to do that now.
And that's how you don't lose your grind setting, right?
But you're right. But it's also incredibly easy to change a grind, again, because there's no beans left in here, so you can change it. This is, and I know you really like this as a multi-purpose grinder.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, for pour over, right? And
I was even making like big pots of coffee, like 80
Yeah.
grams worth of coffee, and just grinding in there. It was no problem.
And very, very easy to do. I believe when my testing, if I've got this right, the grind size range was 200, so we're talking average median particle size, 200 microns out to 1300, which covers, 200 is way below espresso, and 1300 is way above cold brew even. So you got the range here as well.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah. You can do anything with this grinder, and that's just why it's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Especially based on what I just tasted there too.
And if you are using multiple brew methods, there's probably a pretty good chance you're going to be using different coffees as well.
Right.
You might use one coffee for espresso, one for your pour over. So you're not going to have the residual coffee from the last coffee inside.
That's a good point.
So
that's a good point too.
Makes it really nice.
Don't really need to purge much. Yeah.
The grind. I mentioned the dial up top a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't want to lose your size here. So
No,
let me
it's
just look
okay.
where you are.
It's
But
okay. Go ahead. Make a big
very,
adjustment.
Very easy to change, and it does have a range.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And now I do remember when you kind of color coded this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that collar there with what was it, like chalk markers or something like that?
Yeah. So we had we had a kind of a little range for espresso there.
Yeah.
And the grind size adjustment is very, very precise. I think it was in the neighborhood of 10 microns per little hash on here. So if I was at 250 and moved one hash, I was at 260 median particle size. So you can do some calculations there. So
it's super easy to do. Yeah.
now the VS6 here.
The VS6.
This
Here
is
we are.
the most variable grinder we have here, right?
Literally, yeah. In the entire catalog, I might say, by the way.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so what do we have here? We've got all-purpose, right?
All
So you can
purpose.
do anything, espresso, pour over, whatever you like. You can easily swap out the burrs, which we just looked. Oh, we'll look at those again in a second here. Plus, you can manipulate your RPM, from 500 RPM rotations per minute all the way up to 1600 rotations per minute, right?
Yeah. So, and why would we do that, John?
So you're going to get a little more particle consistency with a slower RPM, like a slower feed and a slower rotation. Not quite as big on fines. So if you're really looking for clarity, maybe just lower your RPM a little bit. Sometimes I do that when I'm doing pour over and things like that. But then I'll crank it all the way up to 1600 if I'm doing espresso, just looking for some more fines, maybe to help create that restriction in the puck. And then you mentioned something before we got on the air here. What if you're the kind of person that just really likes to experiment? You can do it the other way around. Let's do 800 RPM for espresso and 1600 for pour over. See what happens. Or better yet, what was it you said? Change your RPM while grinding.
You can actually take. I mean, what the heck? Why not?
Yeah, exactly. Why not?
You got the power. You can.
Yeah. Yeah.
But so again, this is a great multi-purpose single dosing grinder because you have all those variables. I mean, so you got the different burr sets you can do, the different RPMs, and it's just one control. So I mean, let's kind of go through the parts here, right? So it does come with the RDT sprayer that we got right here. This lid, which I remember when I first was using it, I'm like, okay, what's going on? I can't get it off because the magnets are so strong. So you just give it a little twist, and it comes right off because it's got the little. You can see them, the little the rare earth magnets here, the very strong magnets. And then it does have the hopper up here to help you get the beans in there better. And
and those act as bellows as well, so you can really just send some air through there and get everything out. Yeah, especially with that lid, it makes it nice and easy. Yeah.
And then, this one has a magnetic dosing cup too, right? So it's kind of cool. It pops in the spot, and it's got a knocker on the output.
Yes.
So you can make sure you're getting every last little bit of coffee out of there. So shall we grind?
We shall grind. You know what? I also meant to check what burrs do we have in here right now. We've got, I believe we have the stock flat burrs. Real quick, just wanted to comment that this is the only grinder, one of the only grinders in the world where you can change easily from flat burrs to conical burrs. It can take either. So that's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, we got them all, or some of them up here.
Yeah. Right in front of us. So this is what your flat burrs look like right here. These are the gold-plated that I would recommend for super high clarity. And then, of course, right here, you've got some conical burrs. I would especially use those for, I love those for espressos, and I've even enjoyed conical burrs for pour-overs lately because you get a big, much bigger spread of different particle sizes. So that's been adding some complexity to my coffees. So, but anyway.
See, now we might have to fight it out because I've always been a flat for espresso. But it depends on what you like, right? Where the coffees you're using, where it's going to take you.
And Mark, I'm no help. I like it all for different reasons. Depending on the coffee, it's just whatever the coffee wants. So, want to pull a shot, see what we get?
Yeah. Were we good?
I think we're good.
You were good.
This time.
That was my failure.
Not all the time.
Okay.
I got another dosing cup right here if you need.
Okay.
And let's see. And I don't know if I dialed that one in, so we're going in blind. Yeah.
Oh boy.
I did one, and I think I got it in the right spot.
Okay.
I want to try that.
Way?
Yeah. It was so good. In fact, I'm going to have another sip of it while we're out of here. Let's see if we got any more questions. How's everyone doing? The Crema Wave, we do always have that available. Excellent question. These coffees, let's see, the Crema Wave is a bit of a medium to dark roast, not over the top dark. Dark enough that it's going to have a really easy time extracting, though, when it comes to espresso. The Weiwei Tenango, kind of a light to medium. That's the Guatemala that we're using.
All right, so I'm going to give a couple sprays of the RDT again.
Beautiful.
It does have the sprayer. We're going to give that a little shake. I've always been one of these. So before RDT really became a thing, and I remember this specifically with like baristas grinders when they came out with the setes.
Yeah.
And when I'd first get them out of the box, they would be so much static with them, especially in the wintertime when the heat's on.
Yeah.
So I was always wetting my finger and stirring beans with my finger to get rid of it. We're going back. I mean, this is probably 10 years.
I was going to say there's always a way, apparently.
Yeah.
But
all right, so it's got the dosing cup here. So what RPM should we do?
Let's see. I wanted to double check where we're at. Great.
Okay.
I want to be right about there. Okay?
Right about there?
That's where I was.
Okay.
Ish.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, RPM-wise, since we're doing espresso, let's go pretty high on the RPM. Let's crank it up.
Let's do 1600?
Yeah, let's go to 1600.
Right. So the way this works is it shuts off all by itself automatically. So when you want to go, you just press on the button here, and can you hear it? Yeah. So it went. But
super quiet, by the way.
But you just adjust the RPM by turning the knob, and again, that range is 5 to 1600. So I'm going to set it to 1600. We're going to start it.
Now all you do is just press the knob, so you can rotate the knob or press the knob, so it's really just kind of one control, right?
Yep. If I wanted to, I could do that little experiment here and start grinding. I'm not going to. So there we go. It's ground through. Give it a couple taps there to blow it through, and we can knock it here if we want. Just make sure we got everything.
Sure, absolutely.
And then I'll shut that down by pressing that. Oh yeah.
Boom.
Let's see, John. Okay.
All right.
I'm going to let you do the honors on the shot.
Yeah, let's see.
Does it look good?
You know what?
Just off the bat, it looks maybe a little fine.
It looks a little fine. I think we're gonna discover.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we're just gonna see what happens. Yeah. Either way, I still really like this coffee. So
yeah.
I'm gonna be drinking whatever comes out, man. But
let's see. Okay.
Dark roast is gonna be better for James, only occasionally.
Depends what you like.
Yeah. Yeah. Now what you'll run into is the darker you roast, the more soluble a coffee is. So what that means, we may be a little fine here, Mark, but we're just gonna see what happens. What that means is, if you have a really light roasted coffee, maybe you want higher temperature. Maybe you want some more pre-infusion to really get that puck wet, since those are so difficult to extract compared to dark roasts. And so dark roasts in that regard can be a little bit more forgiving, but it's not to say that working with a light roasted coffee is impossible to work with or anything. All right. And here we are. I'm going to drink whatever comes out anyway, man. I'm still excited.
You're going to need a cup, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Here's one of the Varia sips here.
Okay.
Since we're in Varia mode.
We got a Varia grinder. We got this Varia Acu Mini scale. And we've got the Varia sip cup. So we're just kind of working with the whole suite here.
Will we be too fine? We shall find out.
Yes.
Yes. I'm going with that's a solid yes.
Well, you know what? I mean, to me, this just means this thing can get
easily
close to Turkish if you want. Now,
Oh,
we
you go.
did actually bring the VS6 grinder with us to the Specialty Coffee Association Expo in Houston this year, back in April. And we had a blast grinding both espresso and pour over with this. We brought the Varia Flow pour over device, right,
Yep.
with all the different flow screens. We even brought the Gotcha Classic GT, and we had a blast with that. We were pulling great shots using the Varia VS6 grinder there as well.
How do you feel about a 1 minute shot?
Man, I don't know. Maybe I have changed my mind, but you know. No,
We always say, always drink everything, right?
I'm going.
You're
going
gonna
to.
you're gonna have a go?
I'm
Okay.
gonna do it,
If you
yeah.
go, I'll go.
All right, sounds good. All right. Bottoms up, man. Let's see what we got.
Sometimes you just never, you might run into something.
It's still great. I don't know, man. It's still good.
I'm really surprised.
I am too. You know what I mean? It's a
I
lighter
expected
roast.
it, yeah.
So lighter roast can take. They can handle some more extra time.
I'm honestly surprised.
Yeah. It's a little
But it's
drier,
not- yeah,
but
yeah.
it's it doesn't
Yeah.
taste horrendous or anything. It's great.
Wow.
So how are you feeling? If give me to close it out, your favorite things about each one, and then we'll say sayonara.
So, me? Oh,
Yeah,
then you gotta
you.
go. Okay.
You.
So I think the LX, the Newton 55.
Yeah.
Nice price, solid grinder. Again, you can get in there into pretty much any of these without losing your grind size.
Yeah.
A little different with the single dosers maybe, but very luxe. I mean, LX, it is kind of luxe in a way, with a nice touch screen, and I like it's very simple design. Of course, my old favorite, and we got a little dressed up. We got some extra wood, which you can get to match with your machine
Right.
if you like that. But just, I mean, I just remember using this the very first time, and there was no reason to go anywhere else for me for a long, long time.
Same. I've used this in coffee shops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super fluffy grinds, great distribution. The Chiato build quality, which is just beyond, in my mind, is the best of anything here. The overall build quality. The Liber, like I say, when I'm like popping shot after shot and I don't want to have to weigh or pull out a scale or anything, that's really nice. It is all purpose. It does have, their newer king size dial
That's
adjustment
right.
here.
Yeah.
So you can make those larger adjustments. Again, it is a hopper fed grinder, so you're either going to want to close the hopper, which you can do, and grind off what you have in there, especially if you're going finer. Don't
Yeah.
go finer with beans between the burrs. The Chameleon, I really, we love it. It's got great burrs. It's a super solid, again, the Chiato build. It's got the range to do whatever you want. I think if you're looking for a single doser, all-purpose, it's hard to beat the quality of this grinder and the quality of the burrs. And again, I mentioned some other grinders that are similar to this, and you know what? You're going to have to, because Chiato went and they put the good burrs in this.
Yes. Yeah.
You can go with something that's maybe got a little lesser build quality, doesn't cost quite as much, but if you want the burr quality, you're going to be doing a burr upgrade to
Right.
get there. And you don't have, this has already got it built in.
Yeah. Yep.
VS6, I mean, it's cool look. I like the look of this thing.
It's so slim too, isn't it?
Yeah, I like the simplicity of it. It's just, push the button, choose your RPMs, and, grind. Very easy grind size adjustment. We need to do a little bit of that.
Maybe a little coarser next time,
Yeah,
right?
the little touches they got in, like the magnetic hold down here, the
Yeah.
knock to get it out, and the variable RPM. So if you really want to play with, in between, again, if you're going multi-purpose, you might find you like certain things at a lower RPM or higher RPM.
Absolutely.
How about
Yeah.
you? I mean, what's...
My favorite thing about the LX Newton 55 is definitely the screen. Super luxurious. Kind of reminds me of a smartphone.
Yeah.
I have always loved the Chiato E37S because it can really feel like a commercial unit in your home. Or, I mean, if you own a coffee shop or a small, bakery, bar or something like that.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it'll fit there too.
I failed to mention the grind size adjustment. The
quick,
They hate it when I call it a worm gear, but it is
It is, it's a worm gear. Yeah.
But it makes incredibly fine adjustments, which are so important for that kind of thing.
Right. Yeah, you can get super detailed with that adjustment. Now, the Libra, it's just so easy anytime. And you know what, whenever I'm testing, I kind of do the same thing. I'm like, just give me a weight-based grinder. This is probably as far as barrier of entry, as far as price goes, this is a contender for one of the most affordable weight-based grinders in the catalog.
And it's got a really, it's got a nice large burr set in there too, with a 65 millimeter burrs. I mean, we're not doing the 83s like we are over there, but
sure,
but really nice burr set.
Yeah, this is meant for, not for a commercial environment. This is really, like a home environment. You don't need a huge burr set to keep up with what you're doing at home. So I think it's fabulous. Now,
and the Chameleon for you?
It's just, things taste awesome coming out of the Chameleon. Super high clarity, especially if you're doing single origin coffees. I really, really recommend it. You can kind of do anything as well. I have done everything with the Chameleon, so take it from me if that opinion is worth anything at all. But I just adore that grinder. Now the VS6, my favorite part is trying different burr sets and trying different RPMs, and it's just so one of these days we'll do another stream where we actually change the burrs in front of you.
We have done it in the past.
We've done it. Yeah, it's out there.
Oh, and they make it really easy because they include all the tools to do that. Yeah. And it is super unique that there's a grinder that you can do conicals or flats.
It's wild.
And change those around.
It was up for it was one of the contenders for best new product at the Specialty Coffee Association show last year. So we were super proud of that. So
yeah. All right.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just wrap it up again. If you wanted to get a product demo, a live one-to-one with an expert on the products, you can do that. There's a link down in the description for that, or just go to our website. You'll find it there.
Yep.
Also, check out, depending on when you're watching this, a lot of great deals, a lot of gift with purchase kind of stuff, a lot of discounts available at the website.
Oh yeah, we're really gearing up to make sure that everybody has a fantastic holiday get.
Yeah.
We've got all the people that you need and the help that you need to pick out something for that coffee person in your life. So don't forget to take advantage of those resources that we have for you. The Coffee Cast, the bundler on our website. You can save a bunch of money by bundling products together to get even better savings too.
Can I get with a gift with purchase and some bundle going?
I believe. Yes, I believe
awesome.
So. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So there you go. There's no shortage of deals to be had right now. So the time is now.
All right.
Yeah.
John, thanks so much for
Mark
taking us through the grinders.
No, thank you. We haven't done one of these together in a while.
Yeah.
Nice job, sir. Loved it.
Where was your red shirt? Nick had the
maroon. I missed the red shirt. The red shirt memo today.
Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll
Cheers,
see you
y'all.
soon.
Have
Bye-bye.
a good Thanksgiving. Cheers.